stars, up at the stars. I'm caught inside a loop where I can get to your heart, get to your heart. Ooh, you're letting your fears take hold, let them take control.
Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today's video, I want to tell you something about Canada. Today I want to talk about Canada, and this video is addressed towards Canadians. I want to talk to you guys about common misconceptions and stereotypes that Canadians have, that you guys have, against immigrants like myself. Second wave of COVID-19 pandemic, it's common, the cases are going up again, but remember one thing. The airports are still open. People still come to Canada, even as we speak. I seriously don't get this. Why do so many Canadians believe that Canada is isolated, nobody can come here right now, and airplanes are not flying? Why am I making such a video, guys? The reason for that is I got a little bit frustrated recently by talking to so many fellow Canadians that had no idea what's actually happening. They were so far from reality. I decided I'm going to make this video to tell what's actually happening so that I don't have to explain it over and over to every single Canadian I know. Let me tell you what exactly has happened, and then I'll tell you more things that you should know. Okay, let's go. Let's go out. Should I keep the chair like that? I have no idea. Let's go, guys. Woo! Don't hate me on this video. I'm just a messenger. Here's this thing, guys. My parents are visiting me in Canada right now. And as soon as I tell it to somebody, people get shocked. They're saying, well, I thought the airplanes are not coming. People are not allowed to enter Canada. Nobody can visit Canada for non-essential visit. Well, yes, you do. You can actually visit right now, as long as it is a relative, okay? Parent or, close relative to a Canadian. And that's another shocker that people are getting when you say that. Because there is one thing that kind of engraved in some people's minds, that if you're not born in Canada, you're not Canadian, right? But what a shocker is that after you're done your immigration, after you get your citizenship, we have equal rights. So parents, I repeat, parents of Canadians just like myself and you guys, if you're from Canada, your parents can still visit you in Canada for non-essential visits on such visa as super visa. You do have to prove, however, the relationship. So my parents had to show my birth certificate, okay, that they are actually my parents. Next thing, guys, you should know is that immigration, okay, lots of people are thinking, Canadians are thinking that immigration is shut down, nothing is happening. Well, for now, we don't need any more people here. Unemployment rate is huge, right? And businesses are going down. The global pandemic situation is happening. But in reality, immigration is understaffed, so there is less people working. The processing times are higher, but it never stopped. So immigration is still happening. People are still submitting their applications. They're getting their permanent residency. They're getting their everything done. But the question remains is, can they come to Canada? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you're done with your immigration, can you come to Canada? I give you 5 seconds to leave that comment. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, absolutely. you can come to Canada. In fact, you have to come to Canada to finish your immigration. So to answer the question, are immigrants still coming to Canada? Now, let's not go into politics and start blaming the government or anything. But of course you can come to Canada if you're doing your immigration. People are landing, doing their permanent residency, even nowadays. So many people from my channel, I've met them personally, who just did their immigration during the pandemic, landed and got their permanent residency. So answer is simple. Yes, Canada is still open to immigrants. You can still come to non-essential visits if it's a parent, close relative, immediate relative to a Canadian permanent resident or citizen. You know, guys, so many people get surprised here in Canada when they find out that I actually own my house. And not to mention, I actually have 2 properties on my name. So people are getting surprised of that. And the reason for that is that there is a misconception on what immigration is and who are immigrants. God, I like that Canadian flag on that house. That's cool. There's a boat there. Oh, this street is so beautiful, guys. Okay, so let me tell you some information. I've been in Ukraine. There is also an immigration program in Ukraine. That's where I was born. I have no idea on any details on immigration in Ukraine. You know why? Because I just don't care. The reason for that is I'm not planning to immigrate to a country where I was born. So I don't blame any Canadians who do not know anything about immigration. But I'll tell you guys, there are many streams of immigration, and immigration and refugee is not the same thing. Lots of people get confused and they don't know how the things work. So there are many streams. There are even company transfers where you can get transferred and get a job in Canada, get a working visa, work permit. It ends up going to permanent residency. So, you know, you cannot just come here. Not every immigrant is a refugee, including refugees. They need to get sponsors. That answers one more question that people keep on saying, that everyone thinks that you come to Canada as an immigrant, including Canadians. Immigrants get money from the government. That's not true. That's why you have to show that you have a job offer or you have enough money to sustain yourself for a certain period of time while you're landing here. So they don't let you in without money. You have to have money if you're immigrating to Canada. Refugees and immigrants, it's absolutely different things. Okay, next thing is, not every immigrant is running away from poverty, from gangsters, war, or whatever the situation is back home. People are coming here as experienced workers from many countries, including those countries that are really rich and really developed, and there's absolutely no problem. There are immigrants in Canada who are coming from the United States, and those guys that are coming from, let's say, African continent, right? Or Asia, anywhere in the world. Same process for everyone. It does not necessarily mean that people are running for their lives and they have nothing back at home. What it means is that people are immigrating. There might be different kind of reasons behind it. It's kind of really weird to hear that. I've been told at least a couple of times that welcome to Canada, you are safe here now. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me on that kind of comment. Anyhow, if that's how some people feel, I just wanted to broaden, explain it to people who do not know, who never thought of it, that immigration is just a process. It doesn't mean that everyone is running from something. There are some people who are running from something, and yes, that's true, but not everyone. And in fact, majority of people are coming just for a better life. In a different country, they want to change. That's why they come in here. It doesn't mean that they're unsafe or something. You know, guys, sometimes I look at all of these trees and I get confused because it's so much similar to Europe, all the trees and everything. So similar. It's crazy. Sometimes you feel like, oh, it's supposed to be different part of the world. Oh, the squirrels are kind of really black here. In Ukraine, they're more colorful. They're more like orange color, I would say. They are really pretty, but I like Canadian squirrels too. They're pretty everywhere, guys. So one thing you should know, guys, that immigration is a complicated process. Not only you show your education, income, how much money you have saved up, the entire history of your family, your criminal records, your health, and you have to be really educated. So guys, all of this information you have to put on the application, and it gets all reviewed in detail by an immigration officer. So immigration is a very complicated process where only the selected, the best of the best individuals can come here. Just to let you know that some people are thinking they told me that the government just opens doors and lets anybody in. You know, they just open the airplane and hundreds of families jump on the airplane and they come here, they get housing, they get government support, and you know, everything is done by the government just so people get more votes. You know, I heard all sorts of nonsense here, guys. Just to remove that myth, immigrants are actually really competitive, and Canada Immigration selects best people of the best. Give it a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to this channel because it's good for the algorithm, okay? Leave a comment, guys. Algorithm likes it, and this way you can really help this video to promote it. Also, guys, one more bonus tip for you is, if you lost your job during this pandemic, there's not much legislation built around the pandemic. Lots of people are going to say, well, it's difficult times, you know, what can you do? Employers can do it right now. There is no permit just to fire everyone and using one excuse, pandemic and blah blah blah. There is not much legislation built around it either, and most of the cases it's not a good excuse for a company, it's not a valid excuse for a company to get rid of you, unless they're completely shutting down operations. Now, I am not a lawyer, but I know so many people who lost their money, and I know people who went to the lawyer. You can get way more money if you talk to a lawyer. Make sure you don't sign anything at the Human Resource Office, so you can negotiate a higher severance package, because it's difficult times, going to be difficult to find another job. On top of that, you know, on top of that, you might not be qualified for employment insurance. So make sure you negotiate a higher, better severance package, and don't let any employer to get rid of you just like that if they don't have a valid reason, and get a better settlement. Guys, you can always do that. I've seen so many people waiving their rights off to take employer to court. I did that mistake maybe 2 years ago. I just went and I signed it. I should have asked for more money. Guys, so should you. I'll see you next video. See you on this channel. I hope this video was helpful, and hopefully nobody got offended, because I didn't mean to. I just made this video to help people understand more, so that I don't have to shock and repeat myself to every person I meet. I hope this video is useful, because I keep on saying and explaining it for 10 minutes each time I see a new person and they ask me the same kind of questions that I answered in this video. Hopefully I'm not going to have to answer that anymore. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now. See you soon.
You're letting your fears take hold, let them take control, and it's making me crazy. If you could only look at me, you know how I feel, know how I feel. Oh, see how much I want it, see how bad